ตอนนี้ฝนตกมากเสียงดังมากพูดธรรมะก็จะฟังลำบากก็เรามาฟังเสียงธรรมชาติเสียงฝนด้วยการนั่งสมาธิไปพลางๆก่อนนั่งหลับตาดูลมหายใจเข้าออกพุทโธพุทโธก็ได้อย่างใดอย่างหนึ่งก็ได้นั่งพุทโธพุทโธไปหรือดูลมหายใจไปอย่างใดอย่างหนึ่งหรือทั้งสองอย่างปนกันก็ได้เพื่อที่จะได้ทำใจเราให้เย็นให้สบายไปก่อนวันนี้มีญาติโยมมาจากต่างประเทศก็เลยขออนุญาตเดี๋ยวจะพูดเป็นภาษาอังกฤษให้ญาติโยมชาวต่างประเทศเขาได้ยินได้ฟังก่อนHello, greetings to our visitors from Hong Kong, from Singapore and from Malaysia, I guess. Welcome to our Dhamma talk. Normally we'll start our Dhamma talk about this time, but due to the rain and the sound is very noisy, it's very difficult to listen, to hear. So what we'll do is we'll sit down and meditate for a while first, until the rain stops. Then we can either listen to Dhamma talk or answer questions. First we'll give dana. After the rain stops, we can give dana. Once we have given dana, if we want to ask questions in English, we can do that. So in the meantime, I think it's best just to sit down or stand up. If you like to stand up and meditate, you can do that too. Just close your eyes and focus or concentrate watching your breath. If you cannot watch your breath, then you can recite the mantra Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. And your mind will be calm and peaceful and happy, not restless or agitated. So we shall now do some meditation. Close your eyes. If you can watch your breath at the tip of your nose. Don't follow the breath in, don't follow the breath out. Just watch at the tip of the nose. If it is difficult to watch the breath, then you can use the mantra Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. Or if you cannot recite Bhutto, you can chant some verses like Puttang Saranang Gacchami, Dhammang Saranang Gacchami, Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. Keep repeating these verses and your mind will be absorbed into samadhi, into calm. You will find peaceful, you will find your mind will be happy. So let's do some meditation now. And when the rain stops, then we can do some other thing. ญาติโยมคนไทยก็นั่งสมาธิกันไปก่อนดูลมหายใจได้ก็ดูลมหายใจดูลมหายใจไม่ได้ก็ว่าพุทโธพุทโธไปบริกรรมพุทโธไม่ได้ก็สวดอิติปิโสไปก่อนหรือสวดบทไหนที่เราจำได้สวดไปหลายๆรอบก็ได้สวดไปเรื่อยๆจนกว่าเราจะรู้สึกเย็นสบายแล้วดูลมได้เราก็หันมาดูลมต่อแล้วเดี๋ยวพอฝนหยุดแล้วเราก็จะได้มาทำกิจกรรมกันต่อไปฮัลโหล ตอนนี้ฝนก็ได้หยุดตกแล้วช่วงต่อไปนี้อยากจะขอเปิดโอกาสให้ชาวต่างประเทศได้มีโอกาสได้สนทนาถามตอบคำถามเป็นภาษาอังกฤษเสร็จแล้วเราก็จะกล่าวคำอนุโมทนาให้พรหลังจากนั้นญาติโยมก็ช่วยกันจะสามารถเอาของเข้ามาถวายได้ดังนั้นขอโอกาสพูดเป็นภาษาอังกฤษให้ญาติโยมชาวต่างประเทศได้เข้าใจ The rain has finally stopped Now is the time that we can discuss or talk in English. If you have any question you would like to ask, you are welcome to do it now. I'll send you the microphone and you can just raise your hand and I'll send you the microphone and then you can ask the question. After we finish with our question and answer, then it's time for you to offer dana. If you have something to offer, you can do that after our discussion is finished. So right now, do we have anybody who would like to ask any question? Raise your hand and I'll send you a microphone. Please raise your hand so we can send it to you.
Namaskar Ajahn.
Can you speak louder, please?
Namaskar Ajahn. It's my first time to come here, and I'm not familiar with this method. So, could you please introduce how to practice in your method?
How to practice what?
In your monastery, in your method, technique, the meditative technique.
Technique.
Yeah.
Well, there are many different techniques, but usually for starter or beginner, usually we offer or teach them to use the mantra Bhutto Bhutto.
For samatha, right? Bhutto for samatha.
Huh?
For practice samatha.
Yes, you have to start with samatha, samadhi first. Because if your mind is not calm, you cannot see vipassana. You will not be able to see the truth of the three characteristics of existence or the truth of the Four Noble Truths. So you first need to calm your mind with samatha, which you can use Bhutto or you can watch your breath. But there are some other methods, but it's usually for special situation. Like sometimes if your mind is restless and agitated because you worry about something, you might have to use death contemplation. Thinking of death might be able to calm your mind down before you can then come back to the mantra or to the watching your breath. But for beginner, for everybody, we should start with samatha first. We should be able to make the mind calm and still. Because when the mind is calm and still, it can see clearly. And then it also have the strength to resist the kilesa or defilement.
So after samatha, how about vipassana?
Well, once you have samatha, then you have to study the nature of your body.
Kaya-anupassana, right?
Yeah, that's vipassana.
Kaya-anupassana.
Yes, see that the body is anicca, is changing, is temporary. It starts with birth, aging, sickness, and death. It's anatta. It's a process we cannot interfere. It's the natural process. If we try to interfere, we will create dukkha. If we don't want to have any dukkha, we have to leave the process alone.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Just raise your hand if you have any question. Okay.
Good day, Ajahn. Lim from Malaysia. I have two questions here. Question number one is, my father has passed away last year, and being a Buddhist, we are always eager to know where he has reborn to. Is there a way for us to know?
You have to meditate and acquire special psychic power, like the Buddha.
All right.
Or some other meditation teachers, like Ajahn Man. He has this psychic power that he can trace the spirit of those who departed from this world and be able to connect with them. But for us ordinary beings, we just have to assume that they must be somewhere either up or down. If they did a lot of bad karma, they'll be down below. If they did good karma, they'll be up in heaven.
Okay. There is a saying that if, let's say, we don't dream him coming back or we don't have any signs of him coming back, is that a good sign or a bad sign?
It just means that he doesn't have any worry about you, maybe. So he felt peaceful that you probably are doing okay.
Okay.
Or maybe he didn't have that strong attachment toward you. If some people have strong attachment, when they first die, they will normally try to be close to the ones they love, the ones they attach. Like a story of a monk who is attached to his robe. So when he died, he returned as an insect and tried to stay close to the rope. But after being an insect and close to the rope until he died, he knows that it's useless for him to come back to the rope. So then he just then went away after that.
Okay. My second question is, a lot of people saying that doing like offering food, offering whatever dana has gained good merits, and one can also have a better marriage through meditations, like just sitting there. So some of my friends actually keep wondering, how can one gain more merits by just sitting quietly and close the eyes without doing anything?
Well, merits from meditation is personal. You cannot share this merit to the departed. If it could be shared, then the Buddha can share it to everybody. And the only thing that you can share merit with is dana. What is your question? Am I answering your question?
Actually, the question is, we gain merits by offering food or by offering whatever for requisites to the sangha, and it is a greater merit if one can meditate.
Yes, the merit we gain from meditation is much more stronger and deeper and more profound. The happiness that we gain from meditation far exceeds the happiness we gain from dana. See, there are 3 levels of happiness we can do. First, dana, second, sila, and then third is meditation. And this is the highest form of happiness that we can earn for ourselves.
But the merits obtained provided that one meditates through that gain happiness. How about if one meditate with a lot of struggles?
It means you have a lot of defilement. You have a lot of opposition. So you just have to try harder.
How about in terms of merits? Is there any merits or is that still...
When the mind is not yet calm, the only merit you get is the merit of trying, viriya barami. But you don't get the result from meditation, which is ubekha barami, equanimity. You have to get it when the mind becomes still, peaceful and happy.
Okay. Sadhu Ajahn.
Anybody else? You're welcome. Just don't be shy. You can share your question with other people. What you don't understand, maybe a lot of other people don't understand. And when you ask, then other people then can. How many of you are here today? We have some more questions somewhere.
Around 60 to 70 people.
Please, can you speak louder?
Around 60 to 70 people altogether here today.
60 to 70 people. Okay.
I mean, from our group.
I see there are many groups here. I see. I heard over 100. Yes. Okay. Well, before you go, when you give dana, I have my Dhamma talk on flash drive, on audio, on video, and on PDF. I can give it to you if you like to have them. So when you come and offer dana, I'll give it to you. Okay? If there's no more question, I'll give the Anumodana first. You have question? แก้ววิโยมหน้ากากสีชมพู
Yes.
Good evening, Achan.
Speak close to the microphone.
Good evening, Achan.
Open your mouth.
All right.
Open your mouth.
The metta and the karuna, the characteristic of the metta and karuna, how to differentiate it, and then how to practice in the meditations.
Metta means you are kind and friendly to all beings. You want to make other people happy. You don't want to hurt other people. This is metta. You want to make people happy, like giving dana. This is a form of showing metta. Or when you're angry at someone and you forgive them for what they did to you. This is also metta. With karuna, it means you want to help those who are sick or in need or in suffering. You want to help alleviate their suffering. This is karuna or compassion.
So how to practice apply into the meditations?
You don't do it in meditation, you do it in real life. When you meet people, when you come across other people, you want to show your friendliness by saying hello, smile and ask them how are you, and if you can help them in any way or do something for them to make them happy, then you do it. And with karuna is when you see somebody who are in need, like they're sick and they don't have the ability to go to the hospital. If you can take them to the hospital or help pay the hospital bill, this is called compassion or karuna. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Achan.
And the third one is mudita. Mudita means for you to be happy with other people's success or happiness. Like when your friend get a promotion, you should have mudita, not jealousy, not envy. When you see somebody who go ahead of you, don't be jealous, don't be envy. Just accept that this is their karma. There is the consequence of their good karma for them to have this success, this happiness. And if you run to people who are in a position, in bad position, not doing well, and there's nothing you can do to help them, then you have to use equanimity or ubekha. Don't feel sad until you suffer yourself. You have to see that this is the karma also. The karma for them to get sick or to be in a state of hardship, for instance, and there's nothing you can do to help. Then you just have to stay aloof, have equanimity or ubekha. Don't feel sad and sick. Don't feel sad and hurt yourself because you cannot help them. If you can help them, go ahead and help. But if you cannot help, what can you do? Like if you see somebody drowning and you cannot swim, what can you do? If you go down and help, you might also get drowned yourself. This is the four quality, mental quality that the Buddha said we Buddhists should cultivate. Cultivate metta, karuna, mudita, ubekha. In our association, when we come into contact with each other. The reason why we do it in meditation is to remind ourselves the four qualities. We're not actually doing the four qualities when we meditate. We just study or remind that we must have metta, karuna, mudita, ubekha, so that when we come into the situation which require these things, then we can then do it. Sometimes we chant metta, but when somebody makes us angry, we want to hurt them. This is not metta. But if you If you meditate and you chant constantly that you have to forgive, so when you come across the situation in which you have to forgive, then you can forgive. If you want to have metta. And if you can practice this metta, the Buddha said there's about 10 fruits that you can get from being metta. You will be happy, awake or asleep. When you sleep, you don't have bad dreams. You will be loved by human and non-human, like the devas. And you will be protected by the devas. And you will not be harmed by poison or weapons, because no one will hate you, because you only show them kindness and friendliness. And if you meditate, your mind will become calm easily. And when you die, you will not lose your mind. You will be fully aware of your mind, not delusional. And if you haven't got to Nibbana yet, you will go to heaven, whichever one of the heavens from the practice that you have done. So this is a good thing to do, to practice the 4 Brahma Vihara: Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Ubekkha. Ubekkha might be a little bit hard sometimes. In order to be able to do this, you have to meditate. You have to go into the 4th jhana, where the mind will become Ubekkha. Once you know how to make your mind Ubekkha, then when you run into a situation in which there's nothing you can do, then you just remain still and not do anything. But you don't feel sad or feel bad about it. Okay? Anybody else?
Sadhu.
Okay. If nobody else, I will then give the Anumodana. And then after that you can come and offer your dana.
Has someone or not? No yet.
Okay. Yatha varivaha pura paripurenti sakhalang evameva ito tinang petanang upakappati ichitang patitang tumhang kipameva samichato sapphe purentu sankappa janto pana raso yatha manichoti raso yatha sappitiyo vivachanto sapparoko vinassato mate bhavatavantarayo sukhiti kayuko bhava Apivatanasīlissa niccang vuttha pacayino jattaro dhamma vantanti ayuvano sukhang phalang